Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Tom, and today I wanted to make a video about 343 banning people on Halo 5. I'm a little sick, so excuse my voice if it's fucked up or not normal. That's probably why. So someone linked me to a tweet that said Vetoed got banned from Halo 5. And normally I wouldn't give a fuck because honestly I don't watch or play the game. But Vetoed wasn't the only guy who got banned. Apparently there was quite a few Montagers who were banned. So naturally I kind of looked into it, and by looking into it I just mean that I looked on Twitter and I found some pretty interesting tweets and I wanted to share them with you guys. There's a lot to be learned from both sides, both perspectives in this story. And I wanted to make this video obviously for entertainment purposes, but also educational purposes, and hopefully you guys could take something from this story and apply it to your own life. So Vetoed tweeted out 2-week council ban on Halo 5, and he included a link under it, which I think is because Twitter has a limit as to how many characters you can put in each tweet. So basically Vetoed's story was he didn't play for about a week, he got on one day, and then someone kept dodging him, so he got on a different account, and about 3 games in he got banned. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Vetoed is in the HCS Grassroots program, so he's a partner with 343, and he continues to be a pretty big personality in the Halo scene. I mean, the guy has like 20k subs on YouTube, he's got a lot of followers on Twitch, I'm sure, and overall, he's just been a really big asset to Halo 5 in general. So the fact that he would get banned is pretty mind-blowing because Halo has been a dying breed for many years, and banning people for making content, whether they have 20 subs or 20,000 subs, I think is pretty idiotic, especially when Halo Infinite isn't going to come out until 2020, and this is the biggest gap that we've ever had between a Halo game. So 5 years. Outside of Halo 4, every other Halo game has been 3 years. So Halo 1 in 01, Halo 2 in 04, Halo 3 in 07, Reach in 2010. We're pretty much in a Halo drought. And banning people from playing, especially when a game like Apex just came out and took the world by storm, I don't see why you would even do that and push people towards different games. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck what happens to Halo 5. I think the game sucked ass. Halo 5 to me is in the same category as Halo 4 and Reach, but I'm not going to talk about that because I do want to stay on topic here. So Joshua Menke actually replied to Vetoed on Twitter, and this guy works at 343. According to his Twitter, he's a quote-unquote engagement lead. I think he works on like the ranks and shit. And his reply was, "Hi Vetoed. We reviewed the ban and found it was primarily for a series of 10 matches in Slayer and Team Arena that combined for only 2 kills, followed by a continued series of performances well beyond that. The system assumes that players who throw so many matches are doing it with the intent to play against easier players. The matchmaking in that case is also worse than a new account, since the thrown account will end up at the other extreme." Now, I didn't know this, but in Vetoed's own words, basically your performance in a ranked playlist decides who you match in social. So that's what Joshua was trying to point out. Basically Vetoed deranked for like 10 games or whatever. So my takeaway is Vetoed got a 2-week ban for deranking. Now, before I get into my opinion about that, I want to say that when Vetoed tweeted his initial tweet out about him getting banned, he only told his side of the story. Like, there's always 3 sides to a story. In this case, there's Vetoed's side, 343 side, and then there's the truth. And you're never going to know the definitive truth. People are always going to lie and omit certain things about a story, but really it comes down to what you believe. You're the consumer. You're the person who's watching this video. You're the person who's retweeting those tweets. All I'm saying, guys, is if you guys hear a story about something or someone, take it for what it is, but don't form an opinion, a definitive opinion, until you hear both sides. I mean, reading some of the responses to Vetoed's initial tweet is that they're actually kind of funny because some people are bashing him and saying that he deserves it. Some people are saying that he didn't do anything wrong. And again, nobody knows what actually transpired but Vetoed and 343. And that's why when Joshua Menke replied to the tweet, I really enjoyed that, because even though I don't agree with a 14-day ban for throwing a couple games, I think the valuable lesson here is that people need to reevaluate how they think before they form an opinion. It's called rumors. If someone tells you a story about something or someone and you just believe that person at face value without getting the perspective of everybody involved, then you're an idiot. That being said, banning someone for 2 weeks for deranking like 10 games is pretty fucking dumb. If that was the case back in the day on Halo 3, I would have been banned for like 3 years. I deranked a whole lot at pretty much every level. And in hindsight, I was kind of an asshole and it wasn't right to do. But at the end of the day, I wanted to boost accounts, and so I did. But I can assure you that I didn't kill the game, even though it may seem like it. But Halo 3 had a pretty strong population up until 2015. And if it weren't for DDoSing and modding, people would probably still be playing to this day. In my opinion, what 343 should have done instead of banning Vetoed and other content creators is maybe gave them like a love tap, ban them maybe like 15 minutes or an hour, send them a message and say, hey guys, we know what you're doing, please stop, and be done with it. But to mass ban people, especially content creators, it just kind of feels like they're being targeted or called out in particular for doing what they like to do. Regardless of what anybody thinks, you're never going to get rid of pub stomping. And if anything, it was made a lot easier on the Xbox One because you only need one gold account on your Xbox, and then all your accounts on your Xbox become gold. So you can make infinite accounts and smurf all day. And that's Microsoft's problem, not ours. If you want to minimize smurfing, then make it how it used to be back on the 360 where you need a gold account to play. And while we're on the topic of pub stomping, I want to say this. You guys want to ban Montagers for quote-unquote ruining the fun for other players. Okay, got it. But you guys have a track record from Halo Reach when you guys took over in 2011, Halo 4 in 2012, Master Chief Collection in 2014, and Halo 5 in 2015 of not implementing party matching in your games. The lack of party matching and fair matchmaking in general has severely killed your franchise. I had to fight and make video after video after fucking video to get party matching in MCC, and the game still isn't where it should be. Decent teams of 3 in MCC pretty much run trains on anybody, and while parties of 4 do match parties of 4 in MCC, there is still a bug in the backfilling that allows parties of 4 to match anyone. The point that I'm trying to make, Josh, is that you guys can't ban people for quote-unquote ruining the fun for other players when Halo 5 lacks party matching. And Josh, I love the fact that you're so active on Twitter and you love to respond to people, so I would love, if you do see this video by any chance, respond to me. I want to know why Halo Reach, Halo 4, MCC, and Halo 5 did not have party matching. What's the reason behind it? And you could go ahead and say population just like everybody else, but those games all sold millions of copies. You guys have been in charge of this franchise now for, what, 8 years? And what have you done? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys continue to alienate classic Halo fans. So guys, to recap from this video, there is 3 sides to every story. The Halo 5 bans are bullshit and dished out by hypocrites, and I love you guys. So like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.